Hi there, it's me, Brian of London. And today I'm going to read to you the full text of this basic law, Israel as a nation state of the Jewish people, which has caused an enormous outcry. And I'm going to read the whole thing. I'll put in a few comments and then you tell me why there's an enormous outcry when we do this here in Israel. And the following is a full translation of the final version of the basic law, Israel as a nation state of the Jewish people, passed by the Knesset on July 19th, 2018. Basic law, Israel as the nation state of the Jewish people. Basic principles. The land of Israel is the historical homeland of the Jewish people, in which the state of Israel was established. The state of Israel is the national home of the Jewish people, in which it fulfills its natural, cultural, religious and historical right to self-determination. That is, the Jewish people fulfill their natural, cultural, religious and historical right to self-determination. The right, and C, this is basic principles, part 1C. The right to exercise national self-determination in the state of Israel is unique to the Jewish people. Yep, you with me? 2. Symbols of the state. The name of the state is Israel. B. The state flag is white with 2 blue stripes near the edges and a blue Star of David in the center. Like that one. The state emblem is a 7-branched menorah with olive leaves on both sides and the word Israel beneath it. The state anthem is Hatikva. None of those things are controversial, unless, of course, you're trying to destroy Israel and create something mythical called Palestine. But we'll carry on. Number 3, the capital of the state. Jerusalem, complete and united, is the capital of Israel. Yes, it is. Thank you for saying it. Language. The state's language is Hebrew. Ken. It is. Ivrit. Not convenient for me in every way, shape or form, but absolutely correct for this state and for the Jewish people. But B, and this is contentious, I would say, the Arabic language has a special status in the state. Regulating the use of Arabic in state institutions or by them will be set in law. Well, from my point of view, it'd be nice if they elevated English, but that's not going to happen, and we do have a lot of Arab speakers living here. C. This clause does not harm the status given to the Arabic language before this law came into effect. Essentially, Arabic is used. It's on every road sign. All government documents are available in Arabic. All government departments work in Arabic as well as Hebrew. There's just there's no doubt that Arabic is very firmly established here, and that's not going to change with this law. 5. Ingathering of the exiles. The state will be open for Jewish immigration and the ingathering of the exiles. That was the point of Israel. It's in the document. 6. Connection to the Jewish people. The state will strive to ensure the safety of members of the Jewish people in trouble or in captivity due to the fact of their Jewishness or their citizenship. That's the mission of the Mossad since its founding. Save Jews. B. The state shall act within the diaspora to strengthen the affinity between the state and members of the Jewish people. Despite that fact, me talking again, this act is hugely contentious by Jews outside of Israel who are attacking it non-stop, it seems. C. The state shall act to preserve the cultural, historical, and religious heritage of the Jewish people among Jews in the diaspora. We're looking after Jews. Jews in Israel, in the Jewish state, looking after Jews. Not sure that's a big problem. Number 7, Jewish settlement. Oh dear, that word's a bit scary to some people. The state views the development of Jewish settlement as a national value and will act to encourage and promote its establishment and consolidation. Jews are going to live in Israel. Settlement doesn't necessarily mean over some mythical green line that everybody's scared of, but it can and it does, but it just means settlement. Jews settling back on the land that we've re-established our Jewish home in. 8, the official calendar. The Hebrew calendar is the official calendar of the state, and alongside it, the Gregorian calendar will be used as an official calendar. Use of the Hebrew calendar and the Gregorian calendar will be determined by law. This is totally it's just the way it works here. So we go back to our school calendar is determined by the Gregorian calendar. For some strange reason, we will start school on the 1st of September, and then in a weirdness that only Israel could do, a couple of weeks later, all the kids will have holidays for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. That's just what we do here. But the Hebrew calendar really does affect the timing of the nation, and all of the holidays, all of the religious holidays that we observe, and some of the non-religious ones, like even the Independence Day, those are observed according to the Hebrew calendar. But of course, the Gregorian calendar is used elsewhere in the world, so we follow that too. Most people, when they're arranging meetings, are using the Gregorian calendar. We're not, unless you're in very religious circles, you're not tending to mark everything on the Hebrew calendar. It's a mix. We've managed to have a mix. One small paragraph in an official document doesn't change anything on the ground. Independence Day and Memorial Days. Independence Day is the official national holiday of the state. Again, uncontroversial. Memorial Day for the fallen in Israel's wars, which actually happens immediately before Independence Day, and Holocaust and Heroism Remembrance Day are official memorial days of the state. This is just a fact. We're just stating facts here. Days of rest and Sabbath. The Sabbath and the festivals of Israel are the established days of rest in the state. Non-Jews have a right to maintain days of rest on their Sabbaths and festivals. Details of this issue will be determined by law. Number 11. Actually, this is the one I disagree with most. Immutability. The basic law shall not be amended unless by another basic law passed by a majority of Knesset members. I wish they'd said 2/3 and held that this simple document, this very, 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 very simple document, has now, there are just articles and TV reports all over the world over this document, which, as far as I can see, having read it through it, I can't understand the hysteria. Over on Israeli Cool, Dave's pulled out a couple of good things. This paragraph is from an article by Eugene Kontrovich in the Wall Street Journal, I think, and he compares this to constitutions across Europe, where the Slovak constitution opens with the words, "We are the Slovak nation," and lays claim to the natural right of nations to self-determination. It's totally the same as what we've put forward. Provisions found in places like the Baltics, which have large alienated minority populations. By the way, that was something that the Soviet Union did, was move people around to try and break up indigenous and naturally homogeneous nations within the Soviet Empire. The Latvian constitution opens by invoking the unwavering will of the Latvian nation to have its own state and its inalienable right of self-determination in order to guarantee the existence and development of the Latvian nation, its language and culture throughout the centuries. Latvia's got a 25% Russian population. Whenever one comes back to this, this little short, basic law, because we don't have a written constitution here in Israel, this basic law should be no more controversial than saying Israel is the home of the Jewish people. That's all that this thing does. We're not going to suddenly embark on a process of massive extra discrimination against Arabs or non-Jews. We don't do that. In fact, we have incredible fairness, probably over the top in some places, but we're still the best place in the whole of the Middle East, and I would say probably the world, for Arabs, Muslim Arabs even, to live. Certainly better than any of the neighboring countries that are killing each other in huge numbers. The response and the pushback against such a simple law has been absolutely unbelievable. I'm Brian of London. That's what I think on Israel's basic law. Tell me what you think in the comments, and see you the next time.